Hello Maranzo, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome as well. Today I'll be sharing with you a very exciting video, and today I'll be sharing with you how I actually take my Instagram pictures and my selfies, and to make them look nice. So on both my iPhone, my Android and my camera. So if you want to see how I actually do that, please keep on watching. So if you do not follow me on my Instagram, I am shukununu_bold, and I do not have a certain theme, you guys, of how I actually take my pictures, having a certain background and how things are supposed to look. I was just taking pictures randomly. So today I'll just be sharing with you how I actually take those videos. This video will not include any specific theme because I still need to work on that. And as you can see, guys, my Instagram is full of face only. We are still working on the body pictures and all that, so that maybe one day I'll come and tell you guys I'll actually do it all myself. So the first tip that I'll give you guys is to find a background that is not too cluttered. No. The first thing that actually comes to my mind is to wear makeup and do my hair, because that looks good on pictures. Unless if I'm going for a natural look, that's when I just take a picture and go about my day. But for most cases, I wear makeup, guys. So the first tip that I'll give you guys is to find a background that is not too cluttered. So for instance, when I take my pictures, I make sure that the wall is plain, or if you're going with a certain vibe, you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of buckets and you don't have buckets or tabs showing, unless if that's what you want the gram to see. But for my tip, what I usually do, I make sure that my background is pretty clean. So I'll show you guys how I actually sort of hide my background if I do not have a good background, because most of the time I change locations a lot, and sometimes you find that I do not have a good background. So the first thing that you need to do is to just find a random wall, just like this one that I'm filming on. It's just a wall, plain wall, and your pictures will be snatched, because now you are bringing more focus to yourself than what is going on at the background. So now we've got another wall right here. This is just a plain wall. This is a house. So this is where I'm gonna take my selfies on, or my portrait pictures, and you guys will see the difference and how they actually look like. And yeah, you see, you don't need expensive backdrops and stuff. You can actually create using a cloth, or you could just get a plain wall. What I like about this wall is that it's textured, and I just like the texture that is going on. So let's just get into taking more pictures and see how they're gonna look like. So one thing that I'll tell you guys is I take a lot of pictures. So don't worry about what is it that I'm using and whatsoever. You will be seeing that throughout the video. So this is how the pictures came out. Can you guys see how beautiful that is? There's another spot, which is like a very old house that we have. It's where we cook. So this is how it looks like, you guys. So here I want to take my pictures right here, and I'll show you guys how the results look like. Oh my god. And I like the fact that it's got a plain wall. So this is my spot for now, and this is where I'm going to take my picture. As I said, you can use just a wall in your house or anything. It is super friendly. You can use curtains. It is also super nice. You can use a headboard. Sometimes, you guys, this headboard, I cover it because it goes through a lot, and you can find anything that you really like. It doesn't have to be plain, but it has to be neat a little bit. And this is my office space that I showed you guys, and usually I sit in front of it, and the pictures look like this. Can you see, you guys, that the background looks blurry and my background is not that plain? So determining your background goes hand in hand with your lighting. So that is my second point that I'm gonna give to you guys. Another tip that you need is to make sure that you have good lighting. So most of the time I film with sunlight or daylight, however you want to call it, and the advantage of it is that it's super cheap, it is free, it doesn't need any coins. And the disadvantage of using sunlight is when it goes in and out of the cloud, or maybe that day it's raining, or it's just like super dark in the room and there's nothing you can do. I find that windows work really perfectly. So you just find a window which brings a lot of light, and then make sure that the sun is facing you. So this will make your pictures look really nice and popping, because all the light is hitting you, and when the lens clicks on your face, everything is smooth, rather than when you're looking away from the window or away from the source of light, you actually like become super dark and the background doesn't even look good, so the picture becomes super horrible. So that is one thing that I would say with regards to lighting.
So for example, here we have a curtain, and all you need to do is to open that curtain. You can diffuse it using that sheer curtain that is white. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna close it because it's super bright, you guys are not gonna see it. And all you need to do is to make sure that you do not look away from the sun, because your picture will look super dark and grainy. Like, that is not nice at all. So all you need to do is to make sure that you are facing the window or you're facing the light, so that your pictures can come out looking all snatched and nice. Trust me, you guys, if you adopt this, you are not going to worry, you're gonna be happy.
Now I got another window right here, and what I like is that now it's during the what is called, it's during the golden hour. So I'm gonna take my pictures right here. As you can see, it's reflecting on this duvet. I want this lines to reflect on my face, so this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm just gonna screen record what I'm doing. And yeah, so this stills right here are actually going to reflect on my face, because now the sun is towards that side and it's during golden hour right now, and everything's gonna reflect on me. It's gonna be really nice. Let me show you guys. So golden hour, you guys, is that hour before sunset, or 1 hour during or after sunset. So it's just that nice and diffused sunlight that comes to your face. You use that time, you guys, you're gonna look all snatched, and this is how the outcome is looking. So if you find that your source of light is a window, for instance, and your background, you cannot shift anything and it's super cluttered, I have an idea for you. So what I usually do is you just go in with a cloth, a fabric. It can be any bedding. Most of the time, you guys, I use bedding like a white sheet, more especially white sheet, because white sheet looks wonderful on pictures. So anything white on my pictures really looks beautiful. So now we've got our beloved wall right here, and what I'm going to do is to use this fitted sheet. If you are someone who really likes something super neat, you want to use a stretchy cloth that will make sure that it doesn't require you to iron and stuff. But I don't mind, because either way I blur the background, so I don't really mind about all the wrinkles that I'm showing you right there. But all I do is to just use hooks or sellotape, anything that can actually hang that thing. So there's another example of a headboard, and sometimes when I do not feel like I want to see that thing, I just cover it up with white. You guys, I'm not kidding you. And you know, this cloth has been my baby for some time. So all I do is to just climb on top of the bed, hang that thing, and I would usually take my pictures while standing or even just sitting. But most of the time, even standing, like my height is, like, guys, I'm super short, so that is super perfect for my height. So if you are taller, you really need to hang that over the headboard. Otherwise, I'm short, so I do not mind where the length, or where the height is. Oh my god, my mathematics teacher will kill me. So I mean the height. So that is actually that. And sometimes, you guys, I actually do go in with a plant. It's a fake plant, and just to put it at the back, you know, just to create that nice vibe. And this is how the picture came out. These pictures, you guys, are not yet on the gram, so if you see them, please do not ignore, just like as if you never saw them. So now that you sorted everything out, now you know the drill. Now let's get to the technical part of actually taking the picture. I don't know why I'm saying technical, because I'm gonna sound like it's a bit difficult. So let's get into the taking of the video of the picture. So one thing that you should do is to always make sure you clean your camera. So make sure that your camera is clean. The next thing, because you'll take a picture and you look like you just have a Mobicel from 1977 that took your picture. It's something that you don't want. So make sure that you actually clean your damn camera. You wanna make sure you work for the gram. So on my Android phone, guys, I use the back camera. That is because the quality of the back camera is way better, okay? So it's way clearer than the front one. Even if it's a selfie, you want to make sure that you are shooting from your back camera, given that the back camera has more quality than the front camera, like the phone that I have right here. So another thing that you guys should take note of is finding your angle. So what I'm saying is that you need to find your angle, make sure that you are shooting at the angle that looks most flattering for you, or else you're gonna hate all your pictures. So I always make sure that, you know, I just play around with all angles, starting from the ones that I really like, and, you know, making sure that, you know, you are changing poses.
You guys, finding your angle requires you to practice a lot and take many pictures so that you can see and know which ones you really like. So with this phone, I actually like to use both photo and portrait. Portrait actually gives you that kind of blurry background, but if your phone doesn't have this section, you can just go ahead and use the portrait mode. But there's one thing that is here called beauty. Please switch that thing off. Switch it off. You are gonna look like you do not have veins. This is my picture that is very much there on Instagram, and I can't even see my own pores. I mean, guys, please. So anyways, yeah, that is actually how I actually do it. I just take pictures either on portrait or on photo and see which one I really like. So I just play around with my place and my pictures, and yeah, that is that.
So the phone that I currently use and now all the time use, it is my iPhone 11 Pro, and this one, you guys, I actually just interchange between my front or back camera because the front camera is really super great. So what I normally do, I just check how the pictures look like in front or on the front camera, and most of the time I find myself taking pictures with the front camera because it's super great when there's good lighting, because honestly this overhyped of a phone because this overhyped thingy of a phone is just a no-no. When there's no light, it shall disappoint you guys. Like when there's no light, I swear you're gonna hate this phone. Like when I started using this phone, I was like, oh my god, what the hell is this? And I was like, you know what, I should just go back to my Android. And most of the time I would actually use the Android while I had this phone because I just couldn't understand the concept of this phone. And when I found out that you actually need good lighting for it to really look good, that's when I actually thought, that's when I saw that it's actually a really good phone. So both and back camera of this phone actually gives good quality, so it depends on me which side I really want to use.
So with this phone, you guys, I always shoot on portrait. That is because portrait gives you this nice blurry background than when you're shooting on photo. And again, I find that portrait pictures are more beautiful than the photo pictures. And I like the fact that when you're shooting from the back cameras, you actually have 3 cameras, so you can be standing wherever and you have an option to zoom and stuff. I always make sure I shoot on natural light, although we've got some nice contour lights, studio lights and stuff, but I always just put my picture on natural light because I find that the picture is nicely raw and real, so it's not too much filtered, just like the beauty filter from the Android. That is something that I always switch off, and I'm good to go and take more pictures. So another thing that I like about this phone is that I can lock my lighting so that when I move, my lighting doesn't change, and I get to increase or decrease the lighting depending on how the situation is. So after that, you guys, I go on and take as many pictures as I can. Usually, you guys, I actually do take more than 400 pictures. Yes, I'm not lying. And sometimes I get to like 1 or none. But I think it's better to have so many pictures than me sitting down a day later and I do not like any of the pictures. And that time I'm even lazy to take more pictures. But anyways, this is how the pictures are looking. These are all the pictures that I took with this phone. And yeah, that is that, guys.
So now moving on to my camera. So I normally, every time you see more like a blurry, more high quality inverted commas, because sometimes you cannot differentiate between the phone and the camera, but every time you see a lot of blurry nice background, it is because I would have used my camera. And with my camera, you guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's too technical for me. Sometimes I just shoot on auto because on manual I just don't know how to set my freaking camera. So most of the time I shoot on manual, and if I feel like a pro on that day, I shoot on auto. If I feel like a pro on that day, I would actually go and set my camera to be, you know, to suit the conditions that I'm working on, or I'll actually just put the 3 options that I normally do is CA, auto, flash, auto, no flash, and manual, depending on how I'm feeling on that day. So with the camera, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, most of the time I normally have a ring light in front of me to take my pictures and make sure, you know, the background is looking all nice and snatched. And on days that I do not have a ring light, I make sure I find good lighting as well. This also works on good lighting, or else you're gonna have the grainiest pictures ever. So the camera that I'm using is the Canon 200D, and most of the time when I take my pictures I use the 50 millimeter lens, which is called the Nifty 50. This works so wonderful, and it works super great, more especially if you want that nice blurry background. But the problem is, if you do not have space in between you and the camera, you're gonna be super zoomed in, because it doesn't zoom out or in. So you just wanna make sure you have a little bit of space in between of you and the camera and the background that you're shooting on. So for me to actually achieve the blurry background, I actually need to be a little bit away, like a meter. I am usually a meter away from the actual background, so that when I take my picture, you get to see a little blurry background. And also this helps when you've got a lot of clutter behind you, you know, something that you don't want people to see. It just creates this nice vibe and, you know, make the picture look super wonderful and more focused on you. I really like this baby so much, and I feel like it's budget friendly. If you are looking for something to shoot on, I would recommend this baby. So in terms of when I do not have a ring light, just like today, I'm at home, I only came back with my camera, and as I film right now, guys, I'm literally standing in front of a door, and I don't have a ring light at all. And as you can see, it's doing a pretty much good job. It's doing a really good job, and you guys can see me clearly. So what I normally do, I just find the first steps that I told you guys, a clear background and a window or a door that brings in light, and make sure that there is light, and I start shooting. This is my current filming. Okay, please pass. Thank you. So this is my current filming situation right here. As you guys can see, you can't even clearly see what is going on, because now my camera is facing the sun now. So I just have my camera with me, and the door right here, and the door right there, and just a tripod right here. So let me just turn the camera to the other side, because now I was the source, I was looking at the sun, but now that because the camera is the source, I must just face it looking the sun. Let me just show you guys right now. So now you can see that, you can see everything clearly. You can see my camera and my lens. Now I'm filming using the Canon zoom lens, EFS 18 to 55 milliliters. Sometimes I use the Nifty 50 lens, and this is how everything is looking. Here you see the concept of lighting, you guys, and where you actually want to place your light. Because I do not have anyone to take my pictures, I always use an app called Camera Connect that connects your camera to your phone, so that you are able to take your own pictures through your phone. So what you need to do is just to connect through Wi-Fi, and then go to the app called Camera Connect, and you will see everything right there. It will appear. You can use it to take your videos, you can use it to take your pictures. So, you know, it's just that versatile, and you just press on your phone while taking pictures. You just make sure that you need to hide it a little bit, although it's a bit difficult sometimes. On that is my sister that just passed, guys. So yeah, this is how the picture came out. I think it's so beautiful, you guys. You can see this camera is taking so nice pictures. So that is the same concept when I'm taking my pictures. I do the same thing, and you know, make sure that everything is balanced, and I'm taking clear pictures for the gram. So one disadvantage that I will always say is that the sun is not stable, although it's cheap. Anything that is cheap, you guys, you know that anything that is cheap or free, sometimes it's not really great of convenience, because when it goes down on you, you are literally dead. Like for instance, yesterday, you guys, I actually bit my face, and as I wanted to take my pictures, it started raining. And sometimes, you know, the weather is just, it can ruin your pictures. Like I haven't mastered shooting on a cloudy day, so I always rely on the sunny day. So that is actually something that I do not like. Whereas if I had studio lighting and all those big lights, I would actually just shoot anytime I want and make sure that everything is crisp and clean. So that is actually it from this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and you were able to take. Who came with these things? Like, it's so annoying. Oh my god. Leku filme. Shara sa tutu shawe. Ni filma nya ta chov. Ni filma nya 2 minutes ta sung chov. Okay. Thank you. So that is actually it from this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed and you were able to take everything. So if you are not following me and you wish to follow me, please do check my Instagram page. It's shukununu_bold. So you guys, I'm actually starting to actually post body pictures and stuff. So when I have like a lot of pictures and you guys have trust on me, I'll come and show you guys how I actually take my body pictures by myself and how I actually do it and all that stuff. So if you're interested on, embarking on this new journey with me, please do follow me on Instagram. Please do click on the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and click on the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.